Hi, everybody. Welcome in. I was just live a little bit ago over on Whatnot, and everybody is pretty much asleep now. So I am going to ship out tonight's show. I might as well get it done so that way I don't have to do it on Monday. If I can get tonight's show shipped out, then I just got to worry about shipping out tomorrow's show. So I don't think I've ever done a Whatnot shipping live before. Maybe I have. Can't remember the last time if I did do a Whatnot shipping live. So this will be like a new kind of live for you guys. And I might as well throw on TikTok too while I'm at it. So feel free to hang out. This is a good time to ask Whatnot questions because I don't really do I don't do Whatnot lives, like Whatnot shipping lives. I usually just ship out eBay, Poshmark, Mercari orders, Depop, and I don't do Whatnot. So good morning. Good morning, Trisha. Let me see. Hold on. Am I on my right account? I'm going to go live on TikTok too. I don't know if this is a good idea because TikTok doesn't like the word whatnot, but I figured I'd just hang out, answer questions, get some work done with you guys, and I'm sure some of you guys are getting some listings and stuff done too, so we can hang out. Like I said, get these orders shipped so I don't have to do it on Monday is always good. So I don't know how many people are going to be here, but welcome in if you're here. Feel free to ask questions while I'm shipping out orders. Basically what I did was after the show, I sorted, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this from up here. You just got home, nice. I sorted everything out into piles. So during the live tonight, Kayla basically took everything and bagged it because it was kids items. So I basically ran the item, tossed it to her. She bagged it and put a number on it. So now all I have to do is find the number that correlates to the sale and throw it into a box and ship it out. So you guys will kind of see how that process works. I'll kind of flip my screen. A lot of people don't understand how random pull lives work, but they're actually very, very, very easy to ship. So for example, let's do this one really quick. Once Whatnot starts working for me. Okay, I'm gonna flip the screen really quick. I'm gonna show you. I can't really show this person's address. That's the only thing. I don't really want to show this person's address. I don't think there's a way for me to block out their address. I don't really want to show off individual's address. But basically what I'm looking at on my screen is I click on the person's order and it says kids random pull number 2. So basically what I do is I literally just look for the bag that says number 2 on it, which should be right here. Kids random pull number 2. And I take this and I throw this into a bag and ship it out. That's basically how it works. So every time we run an auction, we have it, the item is listed as random pull number 1 or random pull, and then when we run the first one, it runs as number 1. The second one runs as number 2. The third one runs as number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, so on and so forth. And we'll just run those all the way till the end of the show, and then afterwards we just match up the number, either the number on the bag or the number on the tag that matches up with the number on the listing. Boom, that's how easy it is to ship. It takes almost no brain knowledge to be able to ship a Whatnot show. So that's what we're doing. I wish I could show you guys the screen, but like I said, I don't want to give away people's addies. So look at you, Trisha. You're the only one over here. I'm sure TikTok will fire up and you'll get some more people over here. So basically at that, once I'm done with that, I just hit generate listing. And then from here, it's going to generate the label for me. And then I'll just throw the label on the package. And most of this is going to probably go mostly ground advantage today. So I'm just going to literally throw this right here. And wait, you're on. I am on. Late night shipping live. Shipping out the Whatnot orders from tonight. Appreciate everybody who came out to the show too. It was a good kid show. People got some steals and deals, like this Polo Bear kids piece that I just wrapped up. It sold for 11 or 12 bucks, so it's a pretty good deal for Polo Bear piece. There it goes. And then we're on to the next order. We sold 92 items, but I only have 26 orders to ship because a lot of people bought multiple items, so it makes my life easy. But as you guys are hanging out, feel free to ask questions, hang out, do what you normally do. I'm just going to ship in the background and answer your questions. I need number 4, number 19, and number 22. Number 4, number 19, and number 22. There's number 4. Number 19 should be in this pile somewhere. Number 19, there's number 19. And then number 22 should be in this pile. 22. So there you go. That person got this Tommy Hilfiger Disney collab piece. This is a pair of Polo Ralph Lauren joggers, and they also got a pair of polo shorts for the kiddos. All 3 of those should fit in a bag. Let me just print out this label so I don't mess this up, because I'm liable to mess something up today as I'm shipping. I don't have my priority mail bags, which kind of sucks because this would go in a priority mail bag because I'm out and they're going to be delivered tomorrow. So I shaved. I did shave. I shaved for the show tonight. Actually, this is going to go in a box. This is not going to fit in a bag. I'm going to use these boxes over here. All right, this is a priority mail label because there's 3 items, so this is going to go priority. We're just going to shove this in here. Appreciate you guys hanging out. If you have any whatnot questions, this is a good time to ask whatnot questions, because that's basically what I'm doing right now, just shipping out everything that's sold over on the whatnot tonight. All right, so priority mail. These shows are always super easy to ship because everything is already pre-packaged, so I don't have to basically bag anything because Kayla's already done the bagging. What is whatnot? I don't know if I can talk. I'm testing the waters right now, Trisha. There's a good chance I will be bananaed after this live. So, just like old times, flipping nurse Kim. I'm glad you came. I'm super sorry about the circumstances that you're dealing with. I don't want to get it too much because I'm live everywhere right now, but you know what I'm talking about. My heart goes out to you, Kim. I know. I could only imagine. I can't even imagine what you're going through right now. And keep your head up, and if you need anything, just reach out. You know I'm always here for you. I've been selling on there since 2023. Nice. We've been selling on Whatnot for probably about the same time, 2024, 2023 time. So yeah, I know it's rough. I know. Yeah, I can't even. I was trying to write you a message on your post, and I literally couldn't even, I just didn't feel like I was saying enough. But yeah, I feel awful. Yeah. There's always drama on Whatnot. I guess so. I don't really pay attention to the drama. I try to steer clear of drama and who's saying what about who and all that stuff. And I know there's been lots of people recently that have done bad things on Whatnot, and I see the videos, but usually I just scroll past them because I'm doing the right thing and people I follow are doing the right thing. So if I follow them and they follow me and you're doing the right thing, that's what you're supposed to be doing at all times. So number 6, number 8, number 9. Number 6, number 8, number 9. There's number 9. I need 6 and 8. There's 8. And there's 6. So they got 6, 8, 9. They got 28 and 43. 28 and 43. Ooh, they got a good bundle. They got Polo Bear. They got North Face Bear. They got a couple Polo pieces, another North Face piece. Who was this? Kathy. Kathy, you got a good bundle. All right, this is going to go in a shoebox. I love these shoe boxes for Whatnot. 6, 7. I'm here for salt. What's up, Peak? Peek's in the house. I'm going to need some more tape, too. I got enough over there. I'm good. I'm going to have to lower this. Oh, see, I knew I was going to run out of tape soon enough. Why are we packing tonight? Because I just ran the Whatnot show. The post office is closed on Monday, but I have another show tomorrow. So if I were to delay this stuff, then basically I would be packing on Monday, 2 different shows. So I'd rather just pack this stuff up, get it off to the side. That way it's out of the way. And then I'll do Saturday show tomorrow, which is probably going to be like 120 to 150 items. That way on Monday, I just got to focus on shipping that. And then Tuesday, everything goes out. By the way, if you didn't know, the post office is closed on Monday for a holiday. So don't rush to ship your stuff out. You don't have to. Donna says, hi, Chris at Peak. Appreciate the follow, Butlers. All right. Tape. Probably going to need that in a second, too. I'm probably going to run out of tape on this one. We're doing 2 a week now. Yeah, we're going to switch to 2 a week, and then probably closer to Christmas. Probably actually next month, we'll probably start doing 3 a week, or maybe like a midday weekday show, and then a Friday, Saturday. This year, I'm going to try to keep Sundays to myself. I really want to make Sundays like a day to relax. Before, I was just going way too hard. I was doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday shows. I would do like a Wednesday show. I was doing way too many, and it was just too much for me and the family. So just Friday, Saturday for now. And and then maybe like a Wednesday or Tuesday or Wednesday show. Amy, what's up, Amy? Did one I have lag tonight? This morning was bad. I don't think so. Nobody complained about it. So, did you pack mine yet? Probably not. Who is Jen? I didn't pack yours yet. No, Jen. I don't think I packed yours yet. Let me see. Appreciate everybody who came out tonight. Kid shows are not super profitable, but I do like adding them on because I think it's something that could potentially become super profitable if we grow it. Even if you're selling stuff for like $10 to $12 kid shows, average buy costs on most kids items are like $2 to $3. So that's pretty good flip, especially for like fast sales. So you were trying to pay off the house. So what was so there was a reason to go hard. Yes, I was, but I burnt myself out very severely. I don't know if you guys could tell after I got done with that challenge and we failed it. I was pretty miserable for like a good 2 months. Like I wasn't myself for like 2 months because I burnt myself out and I failed all at once. So like on lives, I just didn't have it anymore. I wasn't like excited to go live anymore. I was tired. And I don't want to get like that again. So I gotta be careful not to burn myself out. I was just watching some Chris at Peak videos. Nice. Peak is here. You got Peak in the chat right above you. He's right above you. I'm not failing, just learning the curve. Yes, it was a fail. It was a fail. I can admit it. It was a fail. We didn't do what we were supposed to do. Let's see. Is this gonna go first class mail letter? Yes, it is. I'm gonna grab a letter. Got a $10 Amazon gift card I got to ship out. You're here too. You are here too. Trisha, by the way, everybody's asking about hangers. I had a hanger comment in my Whatnot show tonight. I've had hanger comments like every 2 minutes. Get some more hangers done. I could sell another 15 hangers. We learn from failures. We do. I learned a lot. I learned not to go that hard. I learned to relax. I learned to take it easy. Slow down a little bit. It's been raining. Hopefully, it has been rainy. I hear that. It's been rainy here too. It's been rainy here too. All right, this one's gonna go here. Slide that in. This is a gift card and it goes letter mail. I figured out how to ship these letter mail, so it saves me like $3 every time I do a giveaway, which adds up because we do a lot of giveaways on our. Oh, I shouldn't say that word here either. Shit, you're not supposed to say the G word on. It's gonna happen, chat. It's eventually gonna happen. I can't save it. It's gonna happen. Oh, come on, printer. The Dymo's messing up too. Dymo, what are you doing to me? It says offline, ready to print. Does this like every couple days. How'd your plumbing work out? The plumbing is supposedly fixed. Let's just pray it's fixed. But supposedly it's fixed. We just got a big hole on the side of our house right now. Man, I hate when the Dymo does this. It literally freezes up. And I have to basically remove the printer and then reinstall the printer for it to work. Hold on. See more. And then let me unplug it and plug it back in. I need to get a new thermal printer. This thing is, there it goes. It decides to print when I unplug it. Appreciate all the follows on TikTok. What time is the show tomorrow? 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is always when we do our shows. Ooh, someone said a bad word on TikTok. How much is a flat rate shoebox? Shoebox isn't flat rate. It's a regular rate. So you have to do your weight and dimensions. But I only pretty much use it for Whatnot, shipping out Whatnot orders. Hold on. Continue. Okay. So that's in. Let me cancel this. Hold on, chat. Let's see if it works. There it goes. How do you not have mods yet? I don't know how to add them. I always forget to do it before the show. I think I have to do it before I go live, and I always forget to do it before I go live, so that's how I don't have mods. I keep forgetting. I used to have a ton of them. My free ground advantage supplies came in. Let's go. I haven't ordered mine yet. Okay, that's shipped. That was just a free gift card, so that's why it took so long to ship that one out. That actually took longer than a normal order does. Love your content. Appreciate you, Debbie. What's up? So question, what's the best way, in your opinion, on how to set up having Nifty bundle. I have 15 minutes on Poshmark. If you buy 3 items, 15% off additional. Nifty takeoff. Thanks. It really depends, Bobby. It depends on what your average price per unit is. Can you give 15% in bundle and then allow people to do 15 item orders? That's the key. If you can't, then I wouldn't give that much of a discount. But yeah, that's how I have Nifty bundle and send a 10% discount. That's what I do. Why don't you do the cards that you can email? Because when I sell something on Whatnot, I have to ship something. I can't just not ship anything. So that's why we do gift cards. I could do the online and then send them a gift card immediately, but on Whatnot, if I run an auction or if I run a giveaway, I have to, guys, can't say that word here. I have to send them something. I can't just not send them anything. I can't send them an empty. I could send them an empty envelope, but I still have to send them an empty envelope on Whatnot. So much better than J Live today. Who's J Live? I don't know who J Live is. J Live, is that like a TikToker? Is that like a TikToker? You don't have a problem with people not receiving them? Those, no, I've never had somebody not receive them. Also, if they say they didn't receive them, my answer to that would be sorry, but it was a free gift card. I can't send you a new one because it was free. But I've never had that issue. No, I've never had somebody message me and say, hey, I didn't receive it. Shipping it that way. So if they didn't, again, it was free. So it's like, sorry, I shipped it. Your mustache is coming in good. You like that, Sir Salmonella? It is coming in good. I shaved today just for you. JT and Jason, got you. Yeah, I don't catch too many TikTok lives. I'm too busy nowadays. Back in the day, I used to catch everybody, but nowadays I can't catch everybody like I used to. Are you not on? I should be on. Yeah, I'm on the tube. See, Bobby's over on the tube too. I'm on both places, and I'm on TikTok. I feel like I've heard people having issues. That's why they changed. Oh, to that. It still technically gets tracking. It just doesn't get the tracking that every other piece gets. So glad I stopped at the thrift tonight. New rack had Lily Plitzer, Stussy, and Viore. Let's go. That's a good little combo right there. All right, next up we got numbers 10, 25, 29, and 61. I think 61. No, it's not. Yeah, it is a big jacket. Okay, so 10, 25, and 29. 10, 25, and 29. There's number 10. There's number 29, 25. 10, 29, 25, and 61 is a big jacket. 61 is this jacket. Oh, I hope these don't. Okay, they don't. Good. I was going to say, I hope these little things don't stick super tight on these. What am I saying? Super tight? About Lightbox and can't get the wrap around it. Better to take it outside and let it heat to stretch. It is a pretty tight fit, but Grammy, you should be able to get it around it. You might need to have 2 hands to get it on. Me and Kayla both worked on getting it around, but it does fit. It's just a really, really, really tight fit. So it'll get on there. Don't burn yourself out. Take it easy. So much people's plates these days. Yeah, I don't feel burned out at all right now. I actually want to get back to work. This whole week has been chaos, and the whole week I've been wanting to get back to work, but I've been dealing with the plumber problem. So I'm not burnt. I'm not even close to being burnt out. You guys will see it if I'm burnt out. Probably around Christmas time, I'll be a little burnt out because we're gonna go pretty hard. But right now, I'm good. I get to go hang out with Surfs tomorrow. I can't be burnt out. Yeah, 2 people definitely make it easier. So if you can grab another person to help you while you pull it, they like kind of hold it in place. It'll be much easier to put that on there. Whose order is this? This is Mama Stephanie. Mama Steffi. New shopper with us. We had quite a few new people on this live. It's probably because we were doing mostly kids pieces because we don't usually do kids pieces. So we had quite a few new peeps over here. Who's that? Chucho says GG. GG. Good game. Good game, Barry D. Barry D just hopped in for a second. I saw his name pop up. Have you ever find cheaper shipping alternative? Shipping is insane. These are Whatnot orders. This person only paid $9 to ship this whole box out. So on Whatnot, I don't pay shipping. Buyer pays shipping on all orders. And for them to get a box like this is $9. It's $9 and something cents. It's way cheaper. Whatnot has a has a partnership with USPS that gives them that cheap of shipping. So I even commented, I saw that. Barry D is killing right now. I know he's furnishing a whole house with TikTok shop products. If you guys aren't watching, Barry D Treasure over on, well, if you type in his name, 16,000 accounts will pop up because that's how many accounts he has. But if you go on TikTok and you watch Barry D Treasure, his main account, you'll see he's furnishing an entire house with all free TikTok shop product. Literally, he requests samples and they send the samples to him, and then he makes videos for these companies. He sells these samples, and then he is now furnishing an entire house with free TikTok shop stuff. And then I don't know if you're gonna rent it out, Barry D, or you're just gonna use it as like a content house. But that's pretty sick. That's actually a really good. I'm surprised Barry D had a good idea for content. If you ever watch Barry D's content, it is never very good. And this is actually probably like this is a really good series. Like the thought behind this series is really smart. Barry D, you're surprising me. Your content creation after 65 years of making videos, you finally caught on and made a good series. I'm proud of you. It took you a while to learn, but you made it. It's a new Bop House. It's very Mr. Beast like, yeah, except he's not giving stuff away. He's just keeping it all. 63. Right there. Yeah, he's just keeping it all to himself. He's not Mr. Beast. Don't go that far. He's Barry D, not Mr. Beast. I've been meaning to do it for 6 months now. That sounds more like Barry D. Barry D, and that's definitely Barry D style. Ready to do it 6 months ago, and you're just now doing it. I like it. I like it. Yeah, he should donate it. No, he shouldn't donate it. He got it for free. He can do whatever he wants with it. Like I watched the video where he said like, what am I supposed to do? Go to a homeless guy and give him like a Ninja blender? Like, what is that? What I'm supposed to do? Just walk up to a homeless guy on the side of the road and just give him a Ninja blender? Like, what is he gonna do with a Ninja blender? Appreciate the rose, Jen. Jen, is this your order? I don't know which order is yours. I gotta pay attention. I don't think this is your order. Appreciate the follow. I wish Facebook and YouTube would tell me when people follow me so I could shout them out, but TikTok does a good job at that. No, this isn't Jen's order. That was funny. Barry D's getting better with his jokes. He's getting better with his content. Barry D's just getting better. It's crazy. I love that. It just popped up for me that you obviously got some priority for exposure. Loving this so far. It just popped up for me. So you're obviously getting some priority for exposure. What do you mean? Like on YouTube, it popped up? That's pretty crazy because usually sideways videos don't pop up on the feed. So if it is, that's pretty cool. I wonder, can people even find me on YouTube? If I'm live, can like random people find me? Like Heather, were you like a person who's never followed me before and you just got a notification? I don't follow and I can't subscribe. Well, just type in my username. You'll be able to subscribe with my username. You type that in. Oh, there they are. Let's say, where did I put those gift cards? All right, that's another order down. Can you use those boxes for other USPS shipping? Of course you can. Just Whatnot, as soon as it's over £1, I pretty much exclusively use priority mail shipping and just throw my stuff in there. And with Whatnot, I don't have to really weigh or measure it because I've already pre-weighed and measured it. My husband, Doom Scrolls live on YouTube and found you once. Okay, cool. So it does work. Yeah, it popped up on YouTube. Okay. I know if I do the phone format, what is it? Landscape and whatever the other one is. I can't think. Portrait. If I do portrait, it goes on the shorts feed and then I get a whole bunch, but then I get a whole bunch of trolls in here, like the bunch of little kids that are scrolling, the YouTube kids. I get all of them in here. Tej, I got your order coming up. 12, 14, 33, and 72. 12. That's number 12. 14. 33 and 72. That's number 32. 33. It's right there. 33 and 72. 70. 75. Kayla didn't write these very well. 77, 70, 72. Okay, Tej's order. Your order can go in a priority flat box too. I'm going to use all these boxes today because I hardly ever use these during winter. insulated garage door. It came with the house. That was another selling point to this house, is I already got an insulated garage door. I was planning on insulating it. Never saw you before, just popped up. I said, Justin, awesome. Well, if you watch my channel, Heather, if you go follow me, if you figure out a way, we buy stuff at retail stores, thrift stores, garage sales. Well, I don't do much garage sales, but we buy stuff cheap and we resell it for more. That's basically what the channel's about. I know I'm short, but I'm not a troll. You're definitely not a troll, Debbie. You're definitely not a troll, Debbie. You're exact opposite of what a troll would be. And I don't think you're a YouTube kid. You're definitely not a YouTube kid. My kids are YouTube kids, that's for sure. They watch YouTube literally non-stop all day. YouTube shorts. These priority mail boxes, I know they have sealers on the side, but I don't trust USPS stickiness. I don't trust USPS for anything. Definitely not the sticky portion of these. So how's your Mercari doing? Mercari is always super slow. I think I sold in the last week, I think I sold 2 items on Mercari. So yeah, that's typical Mercari. I tape them too. Yeah. You don't want to not tape these. If you trust it, go right ahead, but I don't trust it. Same with the Tyvek envelopes. I even tape those. Definitely the Tyvek envelopes I tape, because those will definitely break open. Retail arbitrage, correct. So you know a little bit about it. I like it. Yeah, retail arbitrage. We do a little bit of that. This is going to be a big order. This is Jenna Threads order, which is not a new shopper. Where's Jen? Jen, where's your... Oh, yeah, I see yours right there. I'm going to pack yours up, Jen, since you're in here. 42 and 66. So you got 42, which is this. You got a good North Face jacket. She got this North Face camo. Really good North Face jacket. Probably the best North Face jacket in the stream today. And number 66. This has definitely got to go into a priority mailbox. 66. 69, 66. All right, those two. And one of these. I started Mercari a little, I started on Mercari and it was a little discouraging. If you're on Mercari and you only sell on Mercari, change to 6-7. Gosh, Barry D. Change to eBay. Start listing on eBay. You'll have much better results. Way better results. There's more shoppers on eBay. People actually buy stuff on eBay. Same as if you just list on Depop exclusively, I would say move to eBay a little bit. Sun is going to be set for winter. Let's go. Well, if you like North Face, as soon as we get the bales in, which should be here at the end of this month, we are going to have tons of North Face in Patagonia for sale. By the way, with these bigger jackets, I typically like to bag everything, but these bigger jackets are almost impossible to fit in a bag. So I just put them in. So hopefully you don't mind that, Jen. Should make it there. I learned what to sell from you, so thank you. Let's go. If you're following me here, follow me on my main account too. If you're on TikTok, follow me on my main account. I'm a KayWay shop on that account. I have 100,000 subs or followers on that account, and I have way more videos there than I have here. Lots more info there. So make sure you follow me on KayWay shop. I'm just on this account because TikTok doesn't like me and they bananaed me from going live on my main account. So that's why we're over here. And if we get bananaed here, I guess we'll just make another account. Have you guys follow that account, and then I'll do it all over again. Have sales been? Sales have been average, but I've also been dealing with a lot of stuff this week, so I haven't been listing consistently. Like today I only listed 5 items, and I really like to list at least 10 to 20, so it's been slow. It's been slow. I do follow you there? Cool. Cool, cool. Yeah, people see this account, and they're like, wait, why are you on this account? Or they don't notice that this account is a side account because it just says KayWay up here and it doesn't say anything else. So, does your mom still work for you? No, she lives too far away. So when we moved, Barry D, it would have been like an hour and 45-minute drive for her to get to us every morning. And she loved working with us because she loves being by herself and working by herself. So we would just let her do her own thing. But when we moved, she couldn't drive like all the way. She hates driving interstates too. So to drive here would literally cause her super anxiety. So she's like Kayla. She's a passenger princess. So unfortunately, we don't have mom working for us anymore, which sucks because if we did, I would get all the listings done every day. Man, this box is like stuck. But yeah, if I had mom working for us, we would get 20 to 30 listings up every single day. So When you make a mother-in-law house, I don't have room on this, but I've thought about it. I thought about her moving in, but we would need more space. Maybe when we buy our next house. Love shopping, but listing, yeah. I think that's everybody's problem. Everybody loves shopping, but hates listing. Are you in Wesley Chapel? I saw you and your wife a few months ago at Goodwill in Tampa. No, we're in Riverview. We moved to Riverview. You probably saw us there. If you saw us, you got to say hi, by the way. That's when we lived at our old house. We probably won't thrift in that area because it's a little far of a drive, but this isn't your forever house. Is any house truly a forever house? As soon as my kids get old enough and they move out, trust me, I'm downsizing. But I'll probably live here. I'll probably keep this house forever. I don't know if I'm going to live here forever. So bummed I missed the kid sales today. That's okay. We have a good show tomorrow too. Are you going to bed?
No. How long do I cook these for?
Put them in the microwave for a minute, but don't put them in there. You got to put them on a regular plate.
Okay. A minute?
1 minute. If they still need to be heat up, then put them for like another minute, but pull them after 30 seconds. Okay. She is asking how to reheat Buffalo Wild Wings. That kid doesn't know how to do anything by herself. Anyways, next time I'll say hello, of course. Always stop and say hello. Even if you see us live thrifting, you can stop and say hello. So never a forever home, yeah. I think we'll always keep this home because it's a good rental property, but I don't think we'll live here forever. 1357. 1357. This is all this right here. Okay. Okay, so that's number 7. 1357. That's a big order. You guys are going to see how I stack boxes here in a second. 15, 16, 20. 15, 16. Wait a second. Why did she write it like that? Oh yeah, that's right. Look how she wrote this. She wrote it like this, and it's 20, but it has a 7 in the center, so I thought she wrote 27. Hopefully that's right. If you get the wrong item, you have to message Kayla and blame Kayla, because I'm doing everything right. 23, 24, 23, 24, 23, 24 is a big order. 41 and 74. 41 and 74. $74. 74. Where are you at? 74? That's 74? That's 76. That's 70. What is 74? Is that a big jacket? Oh, there it is. Yep, it's a big jacket. Good. Okay, so this one's going to need a double box. Barry D, best idea since refrigerator tours? Facts. Barry D, when are you bringing back the fridge tours? Did you insulate your garage door? I'm thinking of doing the same. So when we bought this house, it was already insulated. But yes, the garage door is insulated. A lot of people hauled out today. It was good deals. Typically, kid shows are good deals. What's selling lately seems like sales went down a little. This is the time of year where people don't know what to buy. It's cold and hot all at the same time. Down here, it's hot. Up north, you finally just got your first cold snap, like a big cold snap. So people are going to start buying jackets, but they got to wait a little bit because in 2 weeks it might be hot again. So that's why you're not seeing consistent sales. And I think within the next month or so, it's going to go all jackets, all sweaters, all jeans, all long sleeves. That's what you're going to see selling. So just keep listing that stuff, because as soon as that stuff starts selling and you have a bunch listed, that's what's going to, keep your sales rolling. By the way, you can't make fun of me for my back sweat right now because I'm sweating out here. Okay, so this box, I'm going to need a double box. I'll show you guys how I do that. So this person bought so much. Oh, I can't forget to put this in there. Shout out to Jenna for buying all this stuff. This person bought so much that I have to put a box on top of a box. So as you can see, this, even if I smush this down, is not going to fit in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this box and stick it on top of that box. And then I'm going to seal the box together. And on Whatnot, your boxes can be 12 by 12 by 12. So even by doing this, it is still the proper dimensions, and it is acceptable by the post office to do this. You're not doing anything wrong by creating a bigger box with another box. They don't care as long as you put a priority mail label on it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to push this down. And now I've just created a larger box with a single box. And then from here, I'm just going to throw this jacket on the very top, and I'm going to seal it down. I'll show you guys what it looks like in a second. Frankenbox, kind of like a Frankenbox, but except most of the time when you say Frankenbox, because you cut a box down. This time I'm not cutting a box down, I'm just adding a box on top. Do you list everything separately? The bidding, TikTok Live, and keep my whatnot separate? I've never done TikTok Live sales, so I don't have any advice on that. Everything we list to all platforms can be sold on Whatnot, so that's what I'll say. If I sell a Polo Ralph Lauren on eBay, I can sell it on Whatnot. So I don't know how TikTok rules are, but I would probably keep it separate because you're probably not allowed to sell certain things. I don't think you can sell Ralph Lauren on TikTok Live, right? You need a big fan blowing all your work. I need one of my kids out here like hand fanning me. Put them to work. All right, so that is sealed. I always like to make sure all the tape connects. So as you can see, the tape runs here, and then I put a piece of tape down to connect down there. So tape is connected to tape at all times. Because if you just put tape the box, if it gets wet, it will come loose. And now all I have to do is throw this label on top, and that is an entire order, and it looks like just like a regular box, except it's a box on top of a box. And that one's shipped, ready to go. Perry D, TikTok skill. You gotta have the rights to companies to sell them, so no used items. There you go. So you can't sell used items, which is sad, because I think TikTok Live could be pretty cool for used items, but you can't do it, I guess. Yeah, feel free to ask questions too. As I'm hanging out shipping, you can ask questions. I am just getting work done while, I hang out with you guys. It's a win-win for everybody. All right, next order is going to need a big box too. So appreciate the follows too on TikTok. This is kind of like a random pop-up live, but everybody was asleep, so I figured I'd just hop on live. I'm sure people have Whatnot questions, but they never ask them because during my morning lives, it's more of the other platforms, but this is a good time to ask Whatnot questions. 13, 17, 30. 13, 17, 30. That's 31. That's 30. 13, 17, 30, 32, 39, 32, 39, 68, 69, 68, 69, 84, and 87. 84 and 87. Where's 87? There's 87. All right, that's one order right there. 9-item order going out the door. And that one will fit in a single box because there's no big items in that one. Do you rent storage unit? I do have a storage unit, but it's back where I used to live. And I do have to empty it out. How's Whatnot going for you guys? It's going good. I just sold something on eBay. A Ralph Lauren shirt. Whatnot's going good. We're going to get our wings back. So if you don't know what that means, we lost our wing status when we were in the process of moving because we didn't sell enough to keep the wing status. We had everything else correct, but you have to sell 50,000 or more in a 90-day period, and we were just shy. We were like $3,000 shy of hitting it. So we've lost our wing status. So my goal this month is by the end of the month to get the wing status back. I think this month I have to sell somewhere around 20, probably like 20 grand to get the wing status back. And I think we're going to hit it. because last month we didn't sell much. So we have to like really sell a bunch this month to get it back. But the benefit to having the wing status is you get 10% less fees. So we had it in the beginning of the year for like the first 6 months. And then after we moved, we kind of lost it, or right before we moved, we lost it because we didn't sell enough, which sucks. I like being able to, pass that discount on to the consigners. So right now, consigners are making less because we didn't do a good job. So you guys are doing once a week, right? We're doing twice a week now. So we're doing Friday, Saturday now. Friday, Saturday on Whatnot. Our last Whatnot show, not tonight's show. Tonight's was a kid show, so we didn't do like a crazy amount of sales. We did $794 in sales, which is really low compared to what we do on an average adult item show. Tomorrow, I expect to do somewhere around like 3K in sales, and last week we did like 4K in sales. So if you add all those adult shows up, we basically have to do like 5 or 6 of those to hit what we need to do. So by the end of this month, we're going to do it. Because next week we're doing 2 adult shows, and the week after that we're doing 2 more adult shows. So by the middle or near the end of the month, we should hit that goal. 18 and 45. 18, 45. 46 and 47. 647. 50, 51, 54. 50, 51, 54, and 56. Cool. Another easy order to pack up. Sell on other platforms? I do. I sell on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, Whatnot. We have our own wholesale platform. And that's pretty much it. And then we sell direct to consumer too. Y'all do men's and women's or just men's? I love Whatnot. We do men's and women's. So like tomorrow's show, we're going to do men's and women's. Tomorrow's show too, we're going to run this. I showed this on last week's Whatnot stream. This is going to be the chase piece. So this is the $1,600 double RL sweater, brand new with tags still in the bag. Like you're not probably going to find these pre-owned, let alone brand new with tags. So that's going to be tomorrow's like real big chase piece. And then we're also going to do like polo bear pieces and stuff like that for tomorrow's show. We've got a lot of barefoot dreams. So ladies, if you need some barefoot dreams, we're going to be running those too. Yeah, that was a good order. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be fun. So make sure you bookmark the show. How many items do you think they have asked you? Wait, how many times do you think they have asked you where you sell? Oh, like the question, where do I sell? Lots of times, but I don't mind answering the same question multiple times. Missed your live stream earlier, but here now. There you go. Hang out. I'm just shipping out Whatnot orders, so I know that's not everybody's thing. Some people are just eBay and they like swipe out of these lives, but I think if you're just focused on eBay, I think you should give Whatnot a try. I think Whatnot's here to stay for a long, long time. Any way of not showing our home address on our shipping label? Yeah, you get a PO box. And then for the return address, you put your PO box number. Also your ship from address, you put your PO box number. What did that 1600 jacket go for last week? I missed it. It was like 6 something. That was like 6 like 20, something like that. And that's a good jacket, yeah. So 600, I know it sounds crazy for a $1,600 jacket. He's going to be able to sell that for over 1,000, so he's going to make some money off that. Probably close to 1,200. I give you guys credit for doing in traditional and live selling. It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. That's what we're here for. We're here to do a lot of work. 21 and 31. 21. Is that 21? Yeah, 21 and 31. 21. Is that 31? Yeah, it's 31. What is this? 34. Okay. 21 and 31. The 2 Polo Ralph Lauren polo shirts. Those will go in an envelope. Was that under 5 pounds? Yeah. So all these items, they're set to 10 to 11 ounce shipping. So for example, I'll weigh this one out for you guys. So this person paid technically for 22 ounces of shipping. So that would be over a pound. 16 ounces is a pound. So I'm going to say that this is going to weigh less than 1 pound. So I'm going to put this on the scale. This weighs 12.5 ounces. So that's how, like, even when I sell a big jacket, typically big jackets go in bigger bundles. Usually the people that buy the most buy the biggest items too. It somehow just works out like that. And then, so if I undercharge for that item, usually the other items they're buying fixes that undercharge. That's why I'm able to charge one weight the entire show. But I did run that jacket right there, and I did increase that because that was a 3-pound jacket. But yeah, so this person paid for over a pound shipping, and this is only 12.5 ounces. So they still got a good deal on shipping because they paid, you know, they got a good deal on shipping. But they underpaid. I wish the post office would like refund us for underpaid or refund the customer, but they never do that. For whatnot, for random pull shows, I just got to take the weight that averages out across all the items and use that as my weight for all the items. So that's typically what I do. Did you put installation on your garage door? It came with installation. Doesn't it mess with mechanics? It doesn't mess with the mechanics. No, it just sits on the actual garage door. It's not like heavy installation or anything like that. But when I bought this house, it already had the installation. So I didn't put it on it. Yeah, 8 to 11 ounces on random pulls. If we do a jacket show, then we always put a pound. So like tomorrow's show, I'm going to have a mix of, you can't really see it, but that rack right there has jackets and flannels. I'm probably going to have to do 1 to 2 pounds on that show because a lot of those jackets are heavyweight jackets. So it's not going to work with 1 pound. So I'm going to have to tell everybody like, hey, when you buy 2 items today at bundles, because yeah, a lot of that stuff is heavyweight jackets. Was that? Oh, I already answered that. What's up, Baldy McBaldy here? What's up, Baldy McBaldy? Baldy McBaldy, I might go your way, Michael. I might go your way. I think it's time. I think it's time to just shave it off. I bookmarked them and my notifications must be off. Drives me crazy. Can't see them. Get them turned on for some reason. If you go to my page, Debbie, if you go to my page on Whatnot and you just click on the notifications at the top and then turn on all notifications, it should notify you every single time we go live, even if you don't bookmark. I had a customer refuse a Whatnot order because post office was charging them when it got to them. How did I mess that up? You must have really undercharged for the label because typically if you're off by a few ounces, you should be fine. This is not confirmed. I am just putting this out there in the atmosphere. I think as long as you charge and you charge the customer proper shipping between 1 and 5 pounds, no matter what you charge them, the package will make it to them safe. So if you charged only for 2 pounds, but it's actually 4 pounds, your package will still make it there because Whatnot has a deal between 1 to 5 pounds, they get free shipping. So it wouldn't make sense that they wouldn't ship the package if it weighs 4 pounds and you only charge for 2 pounds of label, because either way, even at 4 pounds, they're basically charged the same weight. That's not confirmed. That's not on Whatnot, but I think that's how it works on the back end. So that's why some people can undercharge and still make it there and it's perfectly fine. Because again, it wouldn't make sense for them to charge for a 4-pound label when that's technically on free shipping, and so is 2 pounds. They're both on free shipping. So why would the post office charge extra for that if you follow what I'm saying? So you must have really undercharged for the label. That's not confirmed, by the way. I'm just saying that out loud. I think that's how it works because that's how Poshmark works.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay, you can just close that. It's fine. Do you know anything about Sellraise? I do. Sellraise reached out to me. I don't think it's a good app. I don't think taking a picture of the item and having Sellraise tell you what the item is worth, I don't think it gives accurate comps. It just pulls kind of like how some of the cross listers do. It just pulls information, but it's not pulling accurate information. It's just kind of grabbing a bunch of data. It's kind of like when eBay tells you what an item's worth when you're listing it. I don't trust Sellraise. So they've asked to partner with me and I've said no multiple times. They reach out to me like once a month and they're just like, hey, we'll pay you to put us in one of your thrifting videos. And I'm like, no, I don't trust their app to be good. And I don't want people like you, Ed, to go get their app and say, okay, we promoted it, it must be good. And then you go use it and then you get wrong comps. So that's why I don't promote products like that. Yeah, I don't promote products just to promote a product. 2627. 2627. This is a 7-item order. I might need to crack open another big box thing over there. 4849. 4849. 58.75, 58.75, 73, 76, 77, 75, and number 90. Number 90. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need a big box. Maybe I used the wrong box too. Yeah, don't use a flat rate box. If you use a flat rate box and you're charging regular shipping, they will catch that. You're not supposed to use flat rate. You're not supposed to use flat rate. Having such an ordeal with cell rays. So is that a good ordeal or a bad ordeal, Andy? If it's a bad ordeal, then my judgment was correct. My judgment was correct. Hold on, chat. I need to grab another round of big boxes, and they're kind of stuck over here. I guess I should just move all these down here. It's probably a bad idea to have them up there anyway. Let's just move these right here for now. All right. I'll just pull this out because I'll probably end up using some of these tomorrow night's live too. I've had a lot of whatnot purchases lately with money owed to the post office. Been crazy. Wow, that's new to me. That just means there's a lot of people not using the correct weights and all that stuff for labels. Just overcharge a little bit for your weights and you should be fine. That's what I'll say. Overcharge for your weights, because either way, most buyers are not buying over 5 pounds, so they're going to get a good deal. I haven't seen you in a long time. Where you been? I've been here, but I haven't been able to go live on TikTok. So my main account is Bananaed. This is not my main account. This is my side account. I found a way to hack the system. It's stupid. TikTok bans, I shouldn't say that word. TikTok bananas your account, and then all you have to do is just make a new account, get it to 1,000 followers, and then you can go live again. You just create a side account on your main accounts page. It's kind of weird. Had some good Grayson polo sales recently. Unique designs, $58 for an all-over raccoon print. Nice. Let's go. Grayson. I haven't found Grayson. Well, I haven't been thrifting in a while, but Grayson's one of my favorites to find. KayWay, Mary, what's up? Mare Bear in the chat. What's up, Mare Bear? Mare Bear, what's up? Like old times. Like old times on TikTok Live until they banana this account. It's going to happen. I'm telling you right now, I get a violation every time I'm live. Why'd your main account get the boot? Because somebody reported my live for sale of regulated goods. So some jealous person out there kept reporting my live over and over again, and eventually TikTok bananaed it. And then I tried to get it back. I got it back one time, and then I went to get it back the second time, and they wouldn't give it back. I said, nope, you're not allowed to go live. I can still post on that account. I can still do everything, but I can't go live on that account. It won't let me. Don't even need 1,000 followers to go live. Oh, you don't need 1,000 followers? That's how out of touch I am with good old TikTok. Sounds like a hater. I kind of think I know who it is too. There's 2 people on TikTok. There's one person that is always, how do I word this? You guys will probably know exactly who I'm talking about as soon as I say it. It wasn't you, Amy? I think it was. That was my third guess, was Amy. There's a person that always is posting about fake resellers. Every third post he does is talking about how fake some resellers are and how you shouldn't follow them, and also how you shouldn't give out your thrift stores and how you shouldn't go to thrift stores. You should go to mom and pop shops because they get everything for 25 cents and 7 cents and 6 cents. So you should follow them. That's what I think it was. But he's banned from looking at this account. So yeah, completely horrible part-time seller. I'm torn because all my inventory is on sell raise now, so I have to start over. All your inventory is on sell raise, isn't it on? Let's say isn't your inventory posted to like eBay after you put it on sell raise? Isn't that how it works? Because if that's the case, if you really want a program that's going to help you out, use Nifty. You can just download all your eBay listings that you already have up, move them over to Nifty, get rid of sell raise, and then you can start cross-listing with Nifty. So that's what I would say. Oh, Surfs. No, it wasn't Surfs. Although that would make a lot of sense because Surfs promotes the same products. So to get me off TikTok would actually help him promote his products. I've always told him that. I'm like, I think it's you, Surfs. And he's always like, yeah, it was me. So what? I can go live, but I only have 200 followers. Well, Will I ever? No. Okay. Well, you should. Lives is fun. You just get to talk to people. It's just like while you're doing work, you can just talk to people. I forgot who it was, but he wouldn't tell anyone eBay store because he was worried somebody on. Okay. It might be the same person. So Nifty only works with laptops. No, it works with phones. Go watch my latest YouTube video. My latest how to list on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop Fast video. Go watch that video. I show you how to use Nifty on your phone and on the computer. So I start it by using it on the phone to download my listings into it and use the Nifty AI tool. And then afterwards, I finish it on the computer. So you can use both your phone or the computer. Take out, buy, lie, and return it. An item not as described. That guy's paranoid. That's all I have to say. That specific person is paranoid, and he thinks everybody's against him. And what I'll say is, don't surround yourself in life with people like that are just negative all the time. They're just horrible people to be around. That's why I surround myself with people like Surfs, because Surfs is always positive. Everything Surf says is positive. There's nothing negative ever when it comes to Surfs. And Surfs goes through some hard stuff too. I mean, he's recently gone through some hard stuff. If you follow him, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But he's still like, when I go meet up with him tomorrow, even though he's dealing with all that, he's super positive. Like being around those type of people, like lift you up instead of bring you down. And that's what that other person is a Debbie Downer. They're just always negative. Everybody's out to get them. And if you're that type of person that thinks everybody's out to get you, I hate to break it to you, but probably nobody's actually out to get you. It's just all in your head that everybody's out to get you. So, and you're just miserable your whole life because you think everybody's out to get you. Hello, new crib. What's up, Hector? If you guys are following Hector on TikTok, give him a follow. He's got some good information over there. I actually drove past on the way to my new house. There is it's not I think it's LKQ is like the normal one in this area, but there's another junkyard, and I think of you every time I pass it. I'm like, I should probably go in there and find some stuff and sell it. But then I get my hands dirty and I'm touching clothes, and that doesn't work. So I got to try to figure out how to make that work. Did you get my message on how to update your address on Depop? I did, and I fixed it. Thank you. I fixed it, so I appreciate that. I've never seen Surfs have a bad day ever. You never see that guy have a bad day ever in his life. How's little Joey? He's good. He finally did the deuce. He didn't want to, but we gave him some medicine, you know where, and he was refusing to go, and we were actually worried because he's supposed to go as soon as you give him that medicine. And he was fighting it, and then all of a sudden his face just changed to like a worried face, and you saw him turn around and he runs to like the bathroom. And on the way to the bathroom, we put him in a pull-up because we knew he was going to go super fast. Put him in a pull-up, and on the way to the bathroom, he was like, you could hear it. And I was like, yep, he's done. Different Hector. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought you were other Hector. My bad. There's another Hector on TikTok that puts out videos, and I couldn't really see. My vision's bad, so I couldn't see your photo. But that Hector is good too to follow. Has your business model changed in the last couple of years? Yeah, we do a lot of live selling now. Before we didn't do live selling, and now we're doing live selling. Yeah, poor baby. He just needed to go. That dude was holding it forever. All right, 7 items, 35, 44, 55. 35, 44 has got to be a jacket. Oh, 44 is this jacket. Somebody asked us, we typically don't run our listed inventory, but somebody asked us. Actually, this was unlisted, so this worked out perfect. I don't know how this didn't get listed. Maybe in the move I delisted it, but this Levi's jacket wasn't listed, and somebody picked it up on the Whatnot show tonight. So that is the second item. It's a vintage Levi's jacket that I didn't have listed. That's would explain why it didn't sell yet. Somebody got that for a good deal too. I think they paid $40 for it. That's like $100+ jacket all day. 55, 60. Got hiccups. 55, 60, 60, 65, 67, 65, 67. Who is this? This is Rustic. That makes sense. Rustic always gets good stuff. 71, 70, 79, 71. Okay. Rustic got all of those items. What's your eBay business model like? It's the same as it's always been. I haven't really changed the eBay business model. Pretty much do the same thing I was doing years ago. Appreciate the follow, Vicky. I'm Debbie, not a downer. You're definitely not a downer, Debbie. You're the positive There's Karens and then there's good Karens, right? And there's bad Debbies and there's good Debbies. There's also bad Waynes and good Waynes. So you can decide which one of those I am. What are your thoughts about listing on Facebook Marketplace? I think Facebook Marketplace had its reign a couple of years ago, and now Facebook Marketplace is dead. So I don't list to Facebook. Nifty obviously doesn't cross list there, but even if Nifty did, I wouldn't cross list there, just like I don't cross list to Etsy because I don't think I have inventory for Etsy. But yeah, I wouldn't cross list to Facebook Marketplace even if Nifty did. So I only know bad Waynes. Okay, that's true, Amy. I'm a bad Wayne. I only know, Joey's first name is Wayne. Did you guys know that? His first name's not actually Joey, it's Wayne Joseph. So he is a constipated Wayne right now. He's still a little constipated, even though he went today. So he's a constipated Wayne. We have those type of Waynes in this world too. Yeah, my middle name's Steven. You're still doing this? I am. What does Whatnot Lives? Does your Whatnot Lives get your items you can't sell on eBay? No, I sell all the items that I sell on eBay on Whatnot. I don't just list my stuff that's not selling on Whatnot. I think that's why people have minimal success on Whatnot, because they treat it as a way to get rid of their junk. Whereas if you watch my show, like tomorrow, we're going to run a $1,600 brand new tag double RL sweater. That obviously is consigned. So, but even if it was my item and I got it really cheap, that would be an item that I put on Whatnot. One, it helps your shows. And two, it makes my shows different than everybody else's. There's a lot of people doing the same stuff, but there's nobody running double RL $1,600 sweaters. So it brings a different kind of crowd to my shows. You list everything everywhere, or specific. I list everything everywhere, except for if I'm running stuff on Whatnot, then obviously that stuff only goes on Whatnot because I'm not going to list it to other platforms and have it maybe sell during a show. So I list it. So he's probably sleeping so good tonight. Oh, he is. He cried for a long time. Oh, did I just? Okay, that's Rustic. Never mind. I thought I messed up. Before he went, we had him. He was screaming. We thought somebody's going to call the cops. He was screaming because he was, needing to go, and he fell asleep on the couch at like 6:30 because he was so exhausted. I thought you were saying bad wings. I was like boneless. Oh, I could go for some boneless wings right now, actually. How does Nifty work on your phone? You just go on your browser to Nifty, nifty.ai on your web browser on your phone, and it works just like it does on the computer. You don't need an app to run that. You just do it from your phone. Again, go to my latest YouTube video and watch the latest YouTube video. Halfway through, I show you a screen share of exactly how Nifty works. And if you're interested, you can find where there's a discount code somewhere on my profile. I can't say where because TikTok doesn't like me saying where. I feel like my Depop is crowded with more professional stuff. I don't know how I should pare it down. Are you only selling on Depop, Ashley? Are you only selling on Depop? That is my question to you. I resell in the day, and I'm a peds nurse in the evenings. My heart breaks for the little guy. I appreciate it. Yes, it was. We actually took him he had a doctor appointment today, and the doctor was not helpful at all. It's a brand new doctor because we moved to this area, and he was basically like, "Oh, he's eventually going to go." And we're like, "Well, what happens if he doesn't? Like, we need him to go. It's been 5 days," and he's like, "Just give him some laxative and give him some oil or something to put in his drink, and it'll make him go." And then when we got the bottle of oil, it specifically says don't use with laxative. So we had to call back and make sure it was okay to use it. And they said it was, but we didn't give it to him because we didn't feel right. So obviously the boy has a similar problem. He actually doesn't have that problem too often. He actually loves going. But for some reason, the last 5 days, he just hasn't. Could I be in a commando box increase the size? Never thought of this. Yeah. On Whatnot, they're 12 by 12 by 12. All your boxes can ship as long as you keep them 12 by 12 by 12. So you're allowed to put a box on top of a box, and it's free. So it does have Chrome extensions. No Depop, Posh, Mercari. Try eBay. Try listening to eBay. Erica, what's up? Try listening to eBay. Trust me, you're going to get way more sales on eBay. You want to see something? I'm going to put caps lock on. I'm going to show you guys something. This is the last month's data. Let me flip the screen for them really quick. Look at the charts. Look at the difference. eBay, Poshmark, Depop, Mercari. You see the difference? See how crazy that difference is? How much of a peak that is? That's a Chris at peak right there. That's the difference you get with listing. There's just more people on that platform. There's more people buying on eBay consistently, more shoppers, and people actually buy stuff. They don't just browse like they do on Depop, or they window shop. Do you have any employees? We used to have. My mother-in-law used to be used to work for us, but we recently moved and she can't make it here. But we had her employed for like a year and a half. Give him some Berber. Oh, we've given him everything. Trust me. You didn't get banned. You're back. I did get live banned. This is my side account. Make sure you're following if you're not following already, because this is where I'm going to go live for the foreseeable future until this one gets banned. Wait, how'd you just double your box for Rustic? You put a box on top of a box. So you take the priority mailbox, build the bottom of it, have the flaps up, and then you take the next box and you just fit it over top of those, and the flaps on the bottom will sit perfectly, and then you just tape it all the way around and tape the top and bottom. You're putting a box inside of a box. Appreciate all the follows. Where'd you move to? We moved to Riverview from Clearwater. You ever start the bid low and take a loss? Like, you could get more on eBay, etc. Almost every item that we sell on Whatnot, we could sell for more on eBay. But Whatnot, the difference between selling there as opposed to selling on eBay is I can sell 120 items in 2 hours. You can never do that on eBay unless you discount heavily to Whatnot prices. So that's the difference. It's volume. It's moving volume instead of trying to get max per unit. That's where most people fail on Whatnot. For example, I just had a $7,900 plumbing bill that I have to pay. If I really wanted to pay that, let's say I didn't have money to pay that and I had to make that money somehow, I could do that in 3 hours or 4 hours on Whatnot and just run my best stuff from my eBay store. You can't do that with eBay. If I run that, if I sell, I probably could sell $1,000 worth of stuff on eBay if I discounted it enough, but I can sell $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 worth of stuff in 3 to 4 hours on Whatnot if I wanted to. And then I get that money instantly into my PayPal, put it to my bank account, and then I can send it on its way. I shouldn't say the P word on here either. I'm probably going to get banned for that too. I just changed the dimensions then. Yeah, 12 by 12 by 12 on eBay. That would be your dimensions. So I feel stupid, but why double box? I'm shipping for Whatnot. So Whatnot is priority shipping. The max dimensions are 12 by 12 by 12 that we're allowed to use for our boxes. Whatnot gives us a label. We slap it on the top. So by putting a box inside of a box, because all the items wouldn't fit in one singular big box, I put a box on top of it, and now I just extended the box by 4 inches, because usually it's 12 by 12 by 8. So now I extended it by 4 extra inches, which gave me enough room to ship out those orders. I rarely get Depop or Mercari sales either. Hope Nifty throws a couple more platforms, and I think Whatnot's coming soon, hopefully. Hopefully. I'm hoping for Whatnot next. Number 36. 36. I appreciate you guys shipping with me, by the way. Love the content. Appreciate you. How many people are usually in your Whatnot lives? Tonight we did a kid show, so we started with like 80 and we left, like when we ended the show, it was like 45 people in there. So we actually kept the crowd for longer than I thought. Whenever we're doing like men's and women's shows, it varies. Last men's show we did, men's and women's show, we had 180. And it ended with like 100. So we kept 100 people in there the whole time. But we also do gift card giveaways and things like that to keep people enticed to stay. Nice seeing you live again. Appreciate you. Who's that? Debbie. What's up, Debbie? What are you selling? We're selling, tonight we did a kid show. So it's all kids items. You're hoping Whatnot is coming along. You're hoping Whatnot is coming along. What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean. Did I say that? I'm hoping Whatnot is coming along. I don't know what you mean by that. My Depop has started picking up a lot, but I've been picking up more things based on style. Yeah, I see that. And also if you price right, like if you price around that $15 area, I know you get more sales on Depop, but I just don't want to pick up stuff that sells for 15 bucks. Somebody offered today on like literally like 40 of my items, but it was all $15 offers. And I just declined them all. Kids clothes have been doing amazing. We don't typically do kids clothes, but today we had consignment kids that came in. And also we had some kids stuff that we've been picking up all year. So we just decided to throw a show together. We'll probably do one more of these shows. And then once we get North Face and Patagonia bales in, then we'll do more North Face and Patagonia. So you broke 200 over here. On that show, I probably did. I don't really pay attention. To be honest, when I'm running a show, I'm so focused on selling, I don't really pay attention to the numbers. I look every like maybe 20 minutes. I do it when I first start the show. I'll look to see and make sure there's enough people to start the show. But then after that, I'm just focused on boom, 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 putting on a good show. And I think people will come as you put on a good show. But Michael says I broke 200 on that show, so I'm going to take his word for it. You mostly do your shows by brand. I mostly do my shows. I do mixed shows, but they're more like mostly themed shows. On Saturday, though, next Saturday we're doing a Polo Ralph Lauren all polo show. Do you list items you sell on Whatnot on eBay? Yes. All inventory can be listed everywhere, although most of the items we run on Whatnot is actually consignment, but it's the same stuff I'd list on eBay. I'm just consigning those items. He also doesn't pay attention to chat. Shut up, Amy. Get out of here. Do you mostly... no, I already answered that. My sister won some Nike shoes and a givey from you like last year. You had 400 in that show. Yeah, that was during the mortgage payoff. The mortgage payoff thing worked out very well, except we didn't complete it. We got a lot of followers, but the goal was to pay off the mortgage, and that's probably the show. Some of those shows got crazy people in there. I asked earlier, it's not something you can say. That's fine. How many items do you list daily? Oh, I can answer that. Right now we're listing like around 10, but typically we like to do around 20 per day. How big is your store? 1,600 listings. And last month, I think I said this hold on. I said this earlier today, so I'll give you analytics. I have 1,600 items in my store, and last quarter, I sold 977 items. So we're selling we have about 70, what is that, like 75% sell through or 70% sell through every 90 days in our store, which I think is pretty good. Are you AI or Surf's Up? I'm the good Surf's Up finds. The other guy's the fake Surf's Up, evil Surf's Up guy. By the way, I'm meeting him tomorrow. I'm going to try to make him not kiss me. I'm going to try to keep him away from me. His lips aren't close to I can't say what we said. I can't say what we said together earlier, but it was a very funny joke. I don't know how some of you would take it, so I'm not going to say it. Amy would love this joke. That's all I have to say. 37 and 40. Me and Surfs have a good sense of humor. That's all I have to say. Amy, I'm going to send it to you. just so you can, I can't send it to you because it's on this phone. But we have a good sense of humor. That's all I have to say. We're like two high school boys. We're like two high school boys. That's all I have to say. I'll message you for the joke. I'll send it to you. I'll send you a screenshot. I just can't right now because I'm on my phone that I have that message on. You will laugh. You will laugh. We've been following you guys since before Whatnot, and you motivated us. We just did our second show. Let's go. How did it go? How did your second show go? Let me know how you feel. No. Let me know how you feel. I was reading a message that came through, by the way. Amy's sending me messages. Let me know how you feel about your second show. And how many items did you sell? We made 3 sales. Let's go. So do you feel that's good or bad? And how long did you do your show for? Do you think you find new thrift stores now that you moved? No, because we didn't move too far from where we used to live. And we're super happy because it was 3 sales we didn't have before. Let's go. I like that attitude. Next time you go live, you'll sell 5 items. And the next time after that, you're going to sell 10 items. And then the next live after that, you're going to sell 20 items, 30 items, and you're just going to keep growing. And then by Christmas time, you'll be moving way more than you sell on eBay in one day. That's the goal, is to slowly grow. Don't expect to be a top seller on Whatnot in your 3rd show. It's going to take 36 shows before you actually know what you're doing. I applied for QVC when I was 20. Nice. My mom worked for HSN back in the day. Way back in the day. She was she worked in like the billing department. She was like a manager there. It's kind of the same thing. Is there a wait list for wooden hangers? No. As soon as they become available, I post them, and then you got to be quick to get them. So make sure you follow me on Facebook and Instagram because that's where I post those first. Have you ever sold items at the flea market? I've never sold items at the flea market. My sister now does. She has a I can't say that. She has a friend. She has a friend that sells at the flea market. So you guys are up in their area. Up in whose area? Oh, in the HSN area. Yeah, they have a headquarters here, I think. Sorry, Mr. Whatnot Show. No, no worries. You don't have to be sorry about that. I've done 3 shows, sold 2 items today. I don't do dollar starts though. There you go. That's good attitude to have. You just started. I just sold an Untuck It shirt for $22.99. Slow and steady wins the race. Exactly. Dora's doing good. Dora's doing some Whatnot shows. Slow and steady wins the race. And their headquarters in St. Pete for QVC or HSN for Get. But I applied there in Tampa. Yeah, I used to go to the Bring Your Kids to Work Day. And it was pretty cool going in there and seeing everything that they had. You ever sourced to the flea market? I never sourced to the flea market. I've been to the flea market, but that was before I actually started selling online. I've always thought about going back, but I don't have a flea market close to me, so it would be quite a drive. If the flea market was like 20 minutes away, I probably would, but it's too far away, in my opinion, for me to go. And I don't wake up early on the weekends. It's another thing. You got to go on Friday and Saturday, and you got to be like first in line or like there before the sun rises, and your boy does not wake up before the sun rises, so that's why I don't go. That's why also I don't go to garage sales too. Great content, that's why I asked. Yeah, content-wise, yeah, making videos there would be really, really good. I think I might one day. I went garage selling last week, and I was going to actually shoot some content, but I didn't find any good garage sales. I'm ready for live thrifting again. Live thrifting is coming back. Joey goes back to school next week, so I'm going to try to do one on Wednesday. He goes to school Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So Wednesday is going to be our live thrifting day. So hopefully, I got to test and make sure the red, white, and blue close to me has good service. Otherwise, we got to go to the other one. Thanks for that. For 36 shows wearing, thanks for that. 36 shows wearing it a long haul. I simply enjoy it. Wait, I lost. Thanks for that. 36 shows. What does that mean? 36 shows? Oh, 36 shows in? Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, 36 shows in. I think you will enjoy it. I think you're going to do better than. You're going to slowly grow. Have you ever been thrifting in the Naples area? Not that I can remember, no. Garage sales becoming a no. Yeah, I don't do garage sales too often. We had not estate sales. There was a community garage sales recently, and we went to a couple of them. They were really bad. By the way, Facebook and YouTube. This is one reason I hate TikTok, but I love TikTok. You know why? Because I have 56 people over there, and they're always like super active in the chat. Facebook and YouTube chat is also slower, where TikTok chat is also faster. So like now I have a good round number of people in here that I can keep chatting with the whole time while I'm doing stuff like this. I like having TikTok back. It feels good. I just hope I don't get bananaed again. I want to follow your other account. What is it called? KayWay Shop. Just type in KayWay, and you'll see 2 images that look exactly the same. That's one's in my main account and one's this account. So if you're following this account, you'll find the other account pretty easily. This is another Amazon giveaway that we're putting in. Yep, KayWay Shop. They just put it in the chat. That account has way more videos than this account does. But I don't really care about that account anymore because this is what I love doing. I love making videos, but I love doing this. Even though this doesn't translate to like a ton of followers, if you're a content creator, you're gonna learn the word sticky follower. And I don't know if I coined that word, but like all of you in the chat are sticky followers. You're the people that come back every single video, every single live. You hang out, you get your questions asked, and like you guys are like my core followers. Whereas if you just put out a video and get a bunch of followers, those are just regular followers. So I think growing a channel, you should do this because this is way more beneficial than having a bunch of just random people follow you off one video. I like you guys like coming in and chatting, and this is way more fun. So I hated that I couldn't go live on my main account. If anybody has a way to get in contact with the head of TikTok or TikTok and get that account unbananaed, I love you forever. But I can't get through to anybody. It's a lost cause at this point. That's why I started this. So do you do Whatnot? Yeah, I'm shipping Whatnot orders right now. We sell on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, Whatnot. I love to hear your story and how you got started. New follower here. That's a good question. I actually had to talk about this to a affiliate that I was talking to today that you guys will like that I'm going to be affiliated with. But so how I got started. That's a good question. I don't get that question very often because most people know the story. But I was a mailman for 8 years, and during the time I was a mailman, I was looking for a side hustle, and I I seen people put out packages at their house, and I thought, oh, that would be cool if I did that, but I never really thought too much into it. And I started doing stocks, and I thought stocks was going to be the way I made extra money while I was at work. I could watch the stock market while I was delivering mail because I was on a walking route, so between houses I could look at my phone and have no issues. Not like I was driving and looking at my phone because I was walking door to door when I did deliveries. But I tried the stock market, didn't work. I didn't like it. I didn't have any control over it. I was just putting in money and hoping that it went up, but I didn't have any control over it. So then I went down the YouTube rabbit hole one night and I found this couple called Rally Roots. Shout out to Rally Roots. Me and Ryan have talked back and forth now. We haven't officially like met and hung out, but he really wants to, so we got to make that happen. And he actually lives close to where I live now. But I saw them and I saw videos of like what you guys see. Like I'm going to thrift stores and buying stuff and selling it. And I'm like, there's no way that actually makes sense. So I watched a bunch of his content. I went down the whole list of what he was doing. Him and Allie going to thrift stores. I was like, okay, let me try it. Let me just sell some stuff out of my closet like he tells people to do, and that's why I tell people to do it. So I started selling stuff out of my closet, and stuff started selling. And I'm like, wait, this guy actually knows what he's talking about. Let me try to do what he does. So I took that money that I made from selling stuff in my closet and I sold like a Pokemon booster box that I thought I was going to collect them all, and I didn't collect them all. And I sold that. And I had like $100. I went to a thrift store, bought a bunch of stuff, started selling that stuff. And then as I was working at the post office on days off, I would go thrifting all day. On the way home, I'd go thrifting. I'd buy a bunch of stuff. I'd list it at night. I wouldn't watch any TV. I wouldn't play any video games. I would just literally like focus all my time on my business. And I grew that part time, and I made more money selling on platforms like eBay, Poshmark, and at the time I think I was just on Mercari than I was at the post office. So I quit. I didn't quit my post office job right away. My wife was pregnant with Joey. She asked if she could quit her job because she didn't like it. She was working as a school teacher, a preschool teacher. And I was like, sure, if you can keep doing what I'm already doing during the day, we're going to make even more money. So why not? Like, we're already making enough money. So she quit her job. We saw how much we made more, and we started living off of just the business income, and I was putting away all my post office income. And then about like it's probably like 4 to 6 months later, I quit my job at the post office and started doing this full time, and that's when I started making videos. And here we are today, just making videos and going live and teaching people how to do this. So those people who say you can't do this, you have to be on social media, those people are those negative people that you shouldn't surround yourself with, because you can 100% do this. You can do this on the side, build it up, save up enough in your nest egg, and then quit your full-time job that you hate and go do something you love for the rest of your life. So that's kind of like my story. There's also deeper things in the story with my mom and stuff like that, but we can get into that another time. Surfs and KayWay are the ones who got me started. Studied them for almost a year before. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I just studied other people's content online before I ever quit my job. So that's what I would say. Just there's so much content for free. Don't ever pay for a course. Just do it for free. That's why we don't put out courses. So awesome. I've been selling on eBay for almost 90 days and love it. Let's go. You're just starting. That's awesome. What year did you start? I started selling in 2018, September. I think it was September 19th of 2018 is when I made my first sale on eBay. And when I quit the post office was December 19th of 2021. Yeah, December 19th, I think, because it was 2 days before Kayla's birthday, and I couldn't get that weekend off. They wouldn't give it to me off. So I basically said, okay, so when I put my 2 weeks in when they said no. I said, okay, I'm putting my 2 weeks in so that way I can have that weekend off, and I'm going to start doing my own thing, because they wouldn't give me the day off, because that's why I hate jobs, because they won't give you time off when you deserve it. We watch you because you're one of the eBay goats. Appreciate it. I'm not a goat though. What's the little baby line? I'm not a goat, but I fit the description. I love that line. That's like my favorite little baby line. Is eBay limiting now? I've listed a few things. They have 0 views. Don't pay attention to your views. Pay attention to what you're picking up. What's up, Roger? Focus on what you're picking up and making sure people are actually buying those items. So focus on things like sell-through rate and things like that. So building ours bit by bit, retired cop, and I still work full time, hoping one day Drop a full-time job. Let's go. Appreciate your service too. Being a cop is nothing to. Being a cop is hard, especially nowadays. I bought the polar bear knit sweater on Whatnot today. Super good deal. You bought one on Whatnot? Let's go. I hate the Facebook lag. Oh, there is a lag on Facebook. It's probably a little bit behind. TikTok is always like first to hear everything. Do you think eBay will do live selling? They already do live selling. If you go on the eBay app, I don't have my phone, like this phone is being used, but if you go on the eBay app, top of the eBay app, it says live selling. Sometimes you have to scroll over. There's a live selling portion. There's people live right now. So missing you on TikTok. Well, I'm still on TikTok, but now I'm on this account. So follow this account and you'll see me go live in the morning just like I used to until I get bananaed, and then you guys are just going to have to go follow another account. TikTok's a wild place. I started having steady sales, and I do not do social media. There you go. Don't have to do social media. I didn't do social media pre-2021. If you want to go back and somehow look at my numbers on eBay, you'll see that I was doing well over, I think when I quit the post office, I was doing close to 200,000 in sales. I was actually doing better on eBay than I'm currently doing because I was focusing all my time on eBay instead of focusing it on Whatnot too. But I think it was either 150 or 200. It was just before 150 or just before 200,000 sales. And I was just me selling stuff on eBay. So, all right, let's do another order. 52, 53, 59, 52, 53, 59. Uh, 62, 77, 62, 77, 78 and 88. 78 and 88. 78 and 88. That's 82. That's 88. This might fit in a shoebox. Let's see if I can get this in a shoebox. Appreciate all the likes and follows too. I remember back in the day when I used to tell people to like the live, quit playing with bananas. I wish I could stop. It's an addiction at this point. I remember back in the day when I was on TikTok live, and the thing was to ask people to tap the screen, send the likes. And there was one stream I was on live, and we were live thrifting, and some of you probably were there. We got 500,000 likes on TikTok live. I was like, whoa. I probably still have the screenshot somewhere. That was pretty cool. We have a quick tour. Need ideas for my storage unit? Yeah, I can give you a quick tour. Hold on. I can kind of show you around. The other stream kind of already sees it. If you're watching this on TikTok, I'm live on Facebook and YouTube as well. In that screen, you have a full view, whereas you guys just have my face. I'm tapping for you, Wayne. I'm tapping you, Wayne. That's what Surfs would say. Never mind. I can't do this kind of dirty jokes before I get banned. Your live thrifts gonna be wild. Yeah, we do them on Whatnot now. The thing about Whatnot is you can multicast them to Facebook and YouTube. So, and you can also generate sales too. So like while I'm at the thrift store, I can sell stuff too, which is obviously beneficial. Making some money. Because like these lives, if you're watching this on Facebook and YouTube and you think that me, Surfs, Chris make any money from these lives, we don't. This is like YouTube and Facebook like almost like frown upon lives. They don't like reward people for them. So like this live, I'll get paid probably like 30 cents to $1 for doing this live on both Facebook and YouTube. So I'll make $2. But that's not what videos are about, right? I like dirty. I can't do it on. I appreciate you, Eddie. I can't do it on TikTok though because they'll banana me. Whatnot definitely makes more sense now. Definitely, yeah. It's more fun too. It's more fun to just move stuff. I don't try to really make money on those lives either. Tour. Somebody said they want a tour. You guys already see it over here. So TikTok, for those of you that haven't seen it, the racks are on that side of the wall. So I have 4 racks that go all the way down the side. So 3 of them have inventory. The 4th one has shipping supplies and then hangers down here and then just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. And on the left side of the room, so you have the computer desk, you have the other, both of these are standing desks. You have the water heater because warm water is always needed in a house. You have the light box. So typically when we list something in the light box and then we move it over here to bag it. And then once we bag it, we put it in a box. And then once we put it in a box, we put it on the shelf. So that's like the workflow. And then back there, I have 2 Z racks and another Z rack that's listed inventory. Those are 2 whatnot racks. So those are going to be sold tomorrow and next Saturday. And then behind that, I got a bunch of unlisted inventory that's in boxes from when we moved. But that's like the workflow. And the great thing about this house is there's a 2-car garage. So everything I have is in this garage. I don't have anything business related in the house. So the house is the house. The garage is the workplace. So you sound better on here than TikTok. That's because I'm using this right here. TikTok doesn't have the mic because I only have one mic. But I am thinking about getting a mic that I can hook up to 2 things at once. Rough week on the bay, I sold a coffee cup. So I sold a coffee cup in a week. So you've only sold 1 coffee cup. If you're only selling 1 thing in a week and you have a bunch of stuff listed, it's not that eBay's at fault. It's you're picking up the wrong stuff. So start having, oh, I already read that. Love the flow. I don't see the space. I don't have the space yet for that. That's one reason why we moved into here. How much does Z-Racks hold? A lot. Let me take, you guys can kind of see this. I'll bring TikTok over there with me. I'll turn you guys. So this Z-Rack right here has jackets. So all those are jackets up top. You can see how many hangers are up there. And then all those are suits and blazers at the bottom. The last Whatnot show we ran, we had 150 items racked up on that rack. We moved to Riverview. We had 150 items racked up on that rack. To put this in perspective, those cheap Target racks, I could only fit about 50 items on them and they would start breaking. What size boxes do you use? They're actually linked in my, they're in my TikTok showcase. So if you need the exact boxes we use, I think the ones in the showcase are 28 by 8 by 6. The boxes that I use right here are 28 by 8 by 8. If you need those exact boxes, you have to, somebody in the chat can tell you where to find those. They're somewhere else, but if you want them from the TikTok shop, I have them linked. I missed your tour. Can I jump on? Okay, I'll show it one more time. Did you move again? I moved to Riverview. This is the only first time I moved though. Racks on this side of the garage, 1, 2, 3 inventory racks. This is your shipping supplies rack. This is where all the magic happens with the computer. I have the other standing desk. This is pretty much where Kayla's going to work as soon as Joey goes back to school. And then the light box. So you take photos there, you pack the item up, you put an inventory number on it, and then you put it in a box. And then once that box is full, you put it on the shelf. That's how the workflow works. On this side, you have racks. So 2 Whatnot racks, listed inventory rack, and then the stuff back there is all unlisted inventory. And some of it's like Whatnot stuff. So that's how it works. Do you like 6-row better than 5? Yes. I should have bought more of those shelves. The 6-row shelves aren't actually 6-row shelves. They're 5-row shelves. But I had a 3rd one, and I added 2 shelves from that one to each one of those shelves, which made them 6. But now I can't use that other shelf because it only has 3 racks. Do I still thrift? Yes. As soon as Joey goes back to school next week, we're going thrifting like crazy. What's your sourcing routine usually look like? So right now we got to figure out like a new route because we moved. But there's a red, white, and blue near us, and there's 2 Goodwills like on the way. So that's probably going to be our route. And then we got to figure out what days we're going to source. Wednesday is going to probably be live thrifting, which means we got to go back to Tampa to live thrift. Friday is going to probably be a sourcing day, and I might source on Sundays too. We got to figure it out. I'll let you guys know. You guys will see it. Z-Rides are easy to move around too. Yeah, Z-Racks are easy to move around. They take up less space. Yeah, as soon as they're done, you can just fold them into each other. So, do you do yard sales? I don't do yard sales, no. Even though I live in Florida, I get most of my stuff thrifted. I do wholesale and I do consignment. So those are the 3 ways I get an inventory. 64. Oh, that's a jacket. Oh, I might have to upgrade this. No, this is 11 ounces. This is a lightweight jacket. Somebody got this for a good deal too. How do you do your taxes? Talk to a tax professional. If you don't know how to do taxes, genuinely don't know how to do taxes, you are taxed on the profit you make after your expenses. So talk to a tax advisor. They'll be able to help you with that. But you are taxed. I'm taxed exactly like a business is taxed because this is a business. So I'm taxed on the profit I make after my expenses. And there's lots of expenses you can take out, such as mileage, inventory cost, cost of supplies, cost of space in your house. Like I'm going to be able to write off this space in my house. Cost of some repairs to the house. If it's repaired for certain areas, it's probably going to be tax deductible, but again, a tax advisor will be able to help you with that. Don't take advice from a dumb guy that sells you shit online. Take your advice from an actual professional. So don't take my advice on anything. This sold for 22 bucks, by the way. It's a North Face Kids 550 down jacket. It's a really good deal for a North Face Kids jacket, especially a down North Face jacket. Appreciate the follow, by the way. Yeah, I love Z-Rex. Could be because I don't list for 4 to 5 days. That could be it. But if you have a bunch of stuff listed and you're not making sales, it's most likely because you're not picking up the right inventory. I have so much respect for Chris with all his videos during the flooding disaster. He generated so much money for people. He did a good job. He didn't ask us to help out. We did do a little show where we helped out, but Chris did so much more than we could have ever done. Chris killed it. I forget how much he said he raised, but he raised a lot of money. A lot of money. How do you pay your tax guy then? You pay them based off the work they do. The tax people have all kinds of different, it depends on what they do. If they do quarterly taxes for you, if they do your monthly numbers, if they just see you once a year, then they have a rate for that. That's something you talk to the tax professional about. Hello from the Philippines. It's about what time it is for the Philippines people to come in. 70, 73, and 89. 70, 73, and 89. This is 70. 73 and 89. That's a TikTok joke, by the way, if you guys don't know the Philippines. How many items do you have listed currently? I have 16 something listed on eBay. It's like just above 1600, like 1620 listings. Just like the good old days, yeah. It's about that time. It's about time where people start coming on and asking. I can't say that on TikTok. I can't say. I gotta be super careful what I say. I can't just be all willy-nilly like I used to be. Yeah, Carolyn is exactly who I use for taxes. So that DW just put Carolyn in the. Go follow her account on TikTok. She's actually my tax person. Really, really good at what she does. And she understands, most tax people don't understand what we do. She understands what we do. So she's able to get certain deductions that I think a regular tax professional probably couldn't get you because she understands it. So what's up, Juan? Juan's in the chat. Definitely keep up with your expenses. Yes, keep up with your expenses throughout the year. If it's your first year and you miss some expenses, oh well. But when you talk to your tax advisor, they're gonna be able to help you with like keeping track of your mileage and keeping track of your cost of goods and keeping track of your inventory costs and keeping track of house repairs and keeping track of if you have a storage unit, that's also a cost, right? You get to write off the storage unit. As long as you're using it for your business, you can write off the entire cost of that. So there's lots and lots. Yeah, there's tons out there. Get in there, AC in there? No, there's no AC in there right now, but it's only like 75 in here right now. So it's nice. It's nice and cool. Hey, that's nice to see coming in. Cool. That makes me happy. 76, 83, and 86. Almost done, chat. Appreciate you guys hanging out the whole time. 76, 83. That's 80. 86. 76, 83, 86. Almost done. Do you think one day eBay will raise their commission cut a point that sticks to the reseller? I think eBay is going to continue to raise their rates, but I think other competition is coming in to where eBay knows if they keep raising their promotions and all this stuff, people are just going to leave eBay and go to other platforms. All we need is another platform to directly compete with eBay and be as competitive. Right now, nobody's as competitive as eBay. Like I just showed how many sales I had on eBay compared to other platforms. eBay knows that, so eBay's always gonna not stick it to the resellers. They're gonna charge adequately for the traffic you get. Did that print off? I think that printed off. No, it didn't print off. Why didn't that print off? Hold on. I'm almost messing up here. Oh, the stupid Dymo messed up again. I need a new printer. But once there's another platform that directly competes with eBay, I think that's where you'll see eBay. That's where you'll see eBay change the way they charge sellers. But until then, eBay has it. It's just like I don't know what to compare it to. It's just like a premium store versus a non-premium store. The premium store, like for example, like a piece of Walmart clothing and Gucci clothing. Gucci can charge what Gucci charges because people are still buying Gucci. As soon as people stop buying Gucci, Gucci has to change their prices. That's how it works. So, yeah, eBay is legacy software, 100%. Yeah, but sites like Whatnot are giving eBay a run for their money. eBay can't compete when it comes to live selling. They just can't. They're not even close. So, yeah, Whatnot beats them. How to buy or send back a return. That was not what they purchased. What do you suggest? You can create a support ticket and escalate it, and if you sold it on eBay, you can tell eBay, like, create a case with eBay and say this is the item you received. But that's part of doing business. I don't know if eBay is going to do anything for you. Just imagine if you opened your own store, how many people would walk in to your store and put on the shirt. Like, let's say you owned a Plato's Closet. Somebody would walk into that store, throw your item underneath their shirt, and walk out the front door, and you never know about it. That's a lost item. That's something that doesn't happen in your eBay store too often. It's just a part of business. You're going to have those circumstances, so don't let it get you down. eBay is starting to do live selling. Yes, but they're not even close to being close to Whatnot. If you watch the live shows on eBay, people aren't even making even close. There's nobody saying, like, I'm on eBay Live, come follow. Have you ever seen a creator on TikTok or Facebook or YouTube say, come to my eBay Live? Nobody said it because they're not making any money over there. That's why people are on Whatnot. So, what's up, Nick? Scary thing is for eBay is the young bins kids that are looking for Depop and Whatnot first. eBay is afterthought. Yep. So in like 10 to 15 years, they're going to have to compete somehow. Do you promote your listings on eBay? I promote at 9% right now, but I'm going to drop it to 7% here pretty soon. If you sell one item on Whatnot for $1, how much does it take out? Yeah, it's like 60 something cents. Because Whatnot has a 25-cent processing fee plus the Whatnot fees. So it comes out to, like, when you sell something for $1, you make like 44 cents. Posh commissions rate is insane. That's another platform that needs to readjust. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I like this conversation, though. We're having such good conversation tonight. I love this. I love talking about this kind of stuff. I said this before. If Poshmark changed their fees from 20% down to 8% or 5% to beat Whatnot, just on live sales, they would take over Whatnot's market space. But Poshmark is still charging 20%. If Poshmark reached out to me and said, hey, KayWay, come bring a show over to Poshmark. We're really interested in bringing people that know what they're doing over to Poshmark, I would say no. Because I'd say, why would I bring people over to a platform where I'm getting charged 20% in fees when I can just build a platform that I'm only getting charged 8% and then potentially 7.2% after I get my wings back? Like, why would I do that? Doesn't make any sense. So Poshmark should drop their fees, especially now because they're all ground shipping and they give a better rate than Whatnot does. They would take over all of Whatnot's people, but they don't do it. It doesn't make any sense. Where are you going to drop it? What am I going to drop? Have you seen thrifts? Have you seen people at thrifts only there to check the pockets? No, but I know what you're talking about. People go to the bins all the time and do that. Poshmark new packaging is nice, though. It is, but remember, I'm going to say this and I'm going to offend some people. People are going to say you're wrong. That is not Poshmark only material. You can use that on any other platform. There's nothing that says that that's only for Poshmark. It's actually those packaging supplies have been around for a very long time. They've been around for years, but Poshmark just got their hands on it. But other shipping services already had it. So you're allowed to use them as long as you put a ground label on them. And I know some people are going to say, no, you can't do it. As soon as I get my ground packages, you better believe I'm going to be putting eBay orders in them. Why are you going to drop the promoted fee? Oh, because typically around Christmas time, you're going to see more traffic anyway to your store. So you shouldn't promote higher. You should start dropping your promoted rate because you're going to get more traffic organically to your store. So you don't have to pay so much for promotion because that's the time of the year that people are out shopping for Christmas gifts and stuff like that. Can we get Surfs, Barry D, and you to hang out? Me and Surfs are hanging out tomorrow. Barry D comes down. He can hang out with us, but he's not a Disney kind of guy. That is correct. The post office confirmed that on the packaging. Yes, it is the same company that makes the priority supplies makes the ground advantage supplies. So why wouldn't you be able to use the ground supplies with a ground label? People are looking too deep into it. Can we still make jokes about Surfs on TikTok? You can, but some jokes I can't make because I will get bananaed on TikTok. 79 and 85. 79, 85. Last few orders. Last few orders, and then we're done. We can definitely make jokes about surfs here. 6'7". I like watching Barry D videos where he just randomly says 6'7" in the middle of the video. Ah, that Barry D, he's a funny guy. I like that Barry D guy. He's the only TikTok shop seller. I like other ones, but he's my favorite. He's got to be my favorite TikTok shop seller. Anyone else have issues eBay shipping coming up counterfeit at USPS? I've never had that issue before, ever once. Talk to USPS because that's probably a USPS issue, not an eBay issue. Does USPS offer Ground Advantage supplies? It does, but only for currently you can get them if you have a Poshmark account. And you have to give your Poshmark, go to blog.poshmark.com and it gives all the information on that. Go Columbia. Columbia doesn't sell. I'm jealous you get to hang with Surf tomorrow. That's okay. It's not really that big of a deal, Trisha. Trisha, Surfs gets to hang with me tomorrow, okay? That's how you got to look at it. So I'm not hanging with Surf. Surfs is hanging with me. What are you selling? These are all Whatnot orders that I'm shipping out. We did a kid show tonight. If you want to go watch what we sell tomorrow, go bookmark the show. You can type in KayWay shop over there, and that's how you find me. If you type in this name, you're not going to find me. You got to type in my main account name. What do you do with your items that won't sell? If items sit for too long, we can move them on Whatnot shows. We'll integrate them into Whatnot shows, but typically we just run like 10% off sales or 20% off sales to move old inventory. Jason, he is the GOAT of TikTok shop. Once found a certain type of wax in a pair of used pants for personal use. Now I check pockets. That sounds... Wait, you found wax? Certain type of wax in a pair of pants? That sounds disgusting. How are we liking Whatnot? We love Whatnot. This year... this isn't a flex, by the way. I just want to show people what's possible on the good old Whatnots. How do I find this page? I think it's on this page. This is why I love Whatnot. This number by the end of the year, I think will be 400. That's my goal. 3 to 4, I'll be happy with, but that's why we love Whatnot. That's my numbers straight from Whatnot. I know people don't say that I'm faking numbers. I've heard all the posts and seen all the stuff, but those are not fake numbers. Those are directly from Whatnot. Whatnot is our top selling platform. Top by far. Oh, wax. Oh, wax. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't do that stuff, so I didn't know what that was. So, you ever get other resellers start looking at the hanger racks in front of you? If they do, I just go to another hanger rack. There's people that do that on purpose, but I don't get worried about that stuff. Yeah. Somebody wants to get in front of me to get to the racks, I just go to the other side and start searching the other side. Most of the time when people do that, I go behind them anyway and find stuff, so it really doesn't bother me too much. Last order, 80, 81, and 82. Ooh, this is an easy order. Make sure that's 81. 80, 81, 82. This will probably fit in a bag too. Appreciate all the follows. Love TikTok shop. We love TikTok shop. We don't use Whatnot. We love TikTok shop. TikTok shop. Got to do the Barry D thing. TikTok shop. TikTok shop. TikTok shop. You just got to say it multiple times while you're doing a TikTok shop live. What do you do for your shipping pricing on Whatnot? So tonight's show, it was mostly kids items. Kids items are generally pretty lightweight to ship. So I did 8 to 11 ounces across the board on everything we sold tonight. For example, this has 3 items in it. So this would technically be 33 ounces of postage this person paid for, but this doesn't even weigh a pound. This weighs 14 ounces. So I'm safe to ship this. And for example, if I ran something that happened to weigh 15 ounces and it ended up in this packaging, I wouldn't be undercharging for the labels. That's why you overcharge a little bit for the labels. The person still got a good deal. Even if I would have charged 4 to 7 ounces, they would have paid the same exact shipping. They would have paid $9 and whatever cents it is. So between 4 to 7 and 8 to 11 really isn't that much of a difference. If the person buys 3 or more items, they're still paying the same amount. And I don't have to worry about doing any overages or anything like that. So My suggestion is average your weight across the board on all your items. If you do bigger shows, average your weight across all items. If you're only selling like one and two and three, 5 items a show, then do your proper weights. But as soon as you start doing volume, just do your average weight across the boards. So basically, to have whatnot, you basically have to have a following, correct? It helps to have a following. But here is what I'll say, Duke, because I get the people, I know this is not you, you're not saying this, but I do get people often that say, you can't be successful on whatnot until you have a following. One person that I will say that you need to follow is ZK Styles. ZK didn't have a following before she went on whatnot. She actually was on my TikTok lives before she ever did whatnots. She actually was one of the first people that said that you should go on whatnot. And back then I said, no, I don't want to go on whatnot. I don't see the reason for me to go on whatnot. And now look at her. She's one of the biggest on whatnot, if not the biggest. Definitely in the women's category, she's one of the biggest, if not the biggest. But I'll say this, you have to treat whatnot like you do. This is why social media creators do so well on whatnot, is because they treat it like social media. They grow it. They understand they got to start it low and grow it big. You have to treat it like you do a store. If you just go on whatnot tonight and you don't tell anybody you're doing a whatnot show and you fire up a whatnot show, just like if you had a storefront and you just opened the front doors and didn't do any advertising and you expected there to be 200 to 300 people in your show, you're going to fail every single time. You have to treat it like a brick and mortar. You have to grow your social media. You have to be able to advertise your show, bring people in. If you don't do it that way, then you have to build organically on the platform, which is going to take a long time. You have to be willing to take a long time. You have to be willing to take losses on your first 20 shows because you're doing tons of giveaways to get a bunch of followers to then grow your platform slowly over time. When we first started Whatnot, we were doing really good, but we were also making almost no money because we were giving all of our profit back in giveaways because I understood that I wanted to grow Whatnot. So while I was making money on eBay and Poshmark and those were paying my bills, Whatnot, I was just growing with my own inventory and basically breaking even every single show for like the first like 30 shows. And then slowly I was doing better and better. And then I was able to bring on consignment, which means I have zero cost. Every time I sell a consigned item, sometimes I do have cost in some items, but most items I have no cost in. And I do 70-30 splits, which means after I sell an item, I make 30%. I can't lose money. It's impossible to lose money on those items. Because I don't have any cost in them. I just, whatever it sells for, if it sells for $100 after fees, I make $30. The consignor makes $70. I don't have any cost in that. So, but that's how you have to treat Whatnot. You have to grow it or have a following to where you can advertise it. If there's no way to advertise and you don't want to grow it, then don't try Whatnot. And also don't try social media either, because it's going to be the same thing. To grow my social media account, to grow TikTok, I went live on my main account, not this account, but my main account. I went live for an entire year straight. I only missed, I think, one day of going live. I was live every single night for 2 to 4 hours, somewhere between those two numbers, 2 to 4 hours every single night. Every single night. I never missed a day except for one day, and there was an emergency, so that's why I missed that day, and I apologized profusely the very next day. But that's how I grew my account, and doing that is easy to grow any other thing because I've already done all the hard work beforehand, so. Or monthly magazines, updates and ideas. That would be really cool. I would subscribe. Just come to my lives. Why would I make a magazine and have you subscribe to a magazine when you can just come to my lives and learn it all for free? That's 200K in sales on Whatnot. How much shipping charge is that? Shipping charge that doesn't include any shipping. That money, that number that you just saw does not have any shipping involved because shipping is charged to the customer. It's never coming to me. So it's different than eBay. eBay 90-day total. If you charge shipping, that includes your shipping price. Whatnot is different. Whatnot's like Poshmark. Poshmark's totals does not include shipping at all. Live selling or just talking to people? Doing this. Not live selling. I would just be listing out in the garage every single day. Those OGs like Trisha, who are in here, and Amy, they were in here back in the day when I used to have 3,000 followers on TikTok and I would go live every single night. I would have a crowd. It's actually surprising that I actually have this big of a crowd on TikTok right now. Because back in the day, I would have like, if I had this size of account, I only have like 2,000 followers over here. I would have like 13 people in here, but I'd be talking to them just like I'm talking to you guys right now. I'm stuck trying to get organized. I have videos on YouTube. Go watch my YouTube channel. I have a few videos on organization and also how to list. Also the flow. I just put out a video showing the flow of how I list. So watch that video. Especially if you're boring. Yeah, there is going to be some people that just aren't good on Whatnot. Like there's people on live that just aren't good on TikTok live. If you scroll through, if you're on TikTok right now, just scroll for a minute, just swipe and come back, and you'll see people just sitting in front of the screen, like looking at another screen, and this is their whole live. That is boring. Nobody's going to watch that. So you have to be entertaining too. You have to. I think you can become entertaining. So you got your TikTok live back? No, this is my side account. This is my side account. You should hit the follow button. That's why up here you can't hit the heart me. You have to hit the follow button before you hit the heart me because you don't follow this account. You follow my other one. I have so much inventory. How do I get ahead? How do you get ahead? You just start listing. Explain consignment. I have storage unit full of resale items, but my eBay inventory has 30 items. So how our consignment works. I'm about to end this in a little bit too. I got like 8 minutes. I can hang out and answer questions for like 8 minutes, and then I got to go to bed because I got to wake up early to go drive to Surfs tomorrow. We're gonna be at downtown Disney. I don't know if I should say this, but I don't know if Surfs will get. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know if Surfs will get mad if I say that. Explain consignment. We do 70-30 splits. Person pays to ship the items to us. We take care of all the rest. We put the items in the show. We sell the items. We also facilitate all the giveaways too. So if we have giveaways, that is all done by us. That's not sponsored by Whatnot. We pay for all the giveaways. And I shouldn't say that word on Whatnot either, or on TikTok either. We hand select most of the inventory that we get. So people reach out to us, we send them a spreadsheet, they fill out the spreadsheet with the items they want to send, and then we hand select every single item that we think will do good on our shows, because most people will send us junk that they can't sell, and we're not interested in that. We're interested in the best items. That's why our shows do so good, because we only bring the best items to our shows. So that's how it works. 70-30 splits after fees. And consignment's not open, so don't reach out to me. I'm not interested in taking your consignment just yet because I have. Hang on, you guys won't be able to see this, but hop over to TikTok if you want to see this. Hold on, I gotta move these Z-Racks. By the way, this TV's broken, so I can't break it any more than it actually already is broken. All of this back here is consignment, so this is why we're not open to consignment yet. Because that box is consignment. There's a box underneath that. That's a box of consignment. That's a box of consignment. There's a box right there. That's a box of consignment. That's a box of consignment. So that is why we are not taking consignment. And I have 8 more boxes of consignment on the way. So I can't take any more. Kayla will kill me. I shouldn't say that on TikTok either. The K word is against the rules. Kayla will do bad things to me. Yeah, so that's why we can't take consignment. As soon as those start to sell down and I start having some more room and know I'm going to need some stuff for future shows, I will open it back up. But for right now, my goal always has been to have 3 to 4 main consigners and not have to use anybody else. So that way I can just rely on those 4 people, and I know they know what to send me, and I don't have to send them spreadsheets, and they can just send me stuff. And yeah. And to put this in perspective, let me see, 2961. Okay. My main consigner, me and him this year have done $60,000 in sales together. So is consignment more profitable than sourcing on your own? Not necessarily. It depends on what we're selling. No. If I thrift an item for $5 and sell it for 40, I make more. But if I sell a consigned item for 40, I don't have that $5 cost, so there's no risk. So shut up. I'm not whispering. Actually, Kayla's right there. She's going to kill me if I wake her up. I shouldn't say that word. I said the K word again. Is Whatnot basically for clothing? No. If you go to Whatnot, somebody tell that person where they can find a certain place to find Whatnot, please, in the chat. If you're here, and you can help me out, because I can't tell them where to go. I'm going down. I know I'm going down. I'm going down multiple times. Actually, I haven't got one warning on this live. So if you could help that person out, the K word is Kayla. Yeah. That word right there. And if you go to this word right there and you go there, there's a link, or there's a place you can go to get $15 for free to spend. So if you just click that, you get $15 to spend for free. There's no catches. You just got to create a new account. Never been on Whatnot, so I'm curious. Here, I can, if you're watching on those two platforms, I can actually put the link in the chat. By the way, do you guys notice how much more awake I am at night than in the morning? This is how I normally am during the day. You guys catch me in the morning and I'm always like super tired. And you're like, what is this? This is a different kind of KayWay. It's because I'm actually awake at night. That's why I'm up till 2 o'clock. Does the same person have to host the whatnot show lives? No, you can have different people. There's people that have a whole business where they have different people every single day go on their lives. Every single day. They have like a whole army of people. Jenna's on the morning live, Steve's on the afternoon live, and Joseph's on the evening live. They have employed people. I do more videos on whatnots if I didn't have a full-time and part-time jobs. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. What's her name? I missed your comment, Vanessa. I'm sorry. What's her name? Oh, ZK Styles, if that's what you're talking about, ZK. ZK Styles, she just did a show today. She had like 200 people. She always has like 200, 300 people on her shows. She didn't have any following before she started, or she had a following, but it was like 1,000 people's on Instagram. I actually I have an interview with her on my YouTube channel. So if you just type in ZK Styles on my YouTube page, you should see the interview. I did an old TikTok live with her back in the day and I asked her a bunch of questions. I used to do little interviews on TikTok live back in the day. Professor, shut up, Felix. Yeah, I am definitely a night owl. Do you sell items on whatnot that are static listings, not live? I used to when I used to cross list with Vendu, but Vendu, I have it linked. I shouldn't say that. I have it someplace where you can find it to get a Vendu discount, but Vendu's cross listing is very clunky, so I don't ever do it. Do you think Nifty will get? Do you think Nifty gets you more sales? 100%, because I wouldn't cross list if I didn't use some kind of cross lister. So yes, 100%. I get more sales. What's the best time to go live on whatnot? I don't think there's a best time. I think there's more traffic like Friday to Sunday between 8 to 12 at night. There's more traffic there. But if you build a whatnot following that knows you're going to go live at 12 p.m. in the afternoon on Monday and you build that time slot, you can be the only person with 200 people in your live at that time slot. So there's benefits to going live at different times. And there's also benefits to going live when everybody else is going live and there's a lot of people browsing the app. You have to do exactly. Somebody who does a really good job at going live at 6, I think it's like 6 or 7 in the morning, is Renzi, RNZY. If you don't follow Renzi, give them a follow. Go watch some of their morning lives. They start all of their auctions at $29 and $39. They're selling North Face, Patagonia. They were selling Lululemon for a little bit. Brand new with tags inventory. They don't do dollar starts at all. They do all high starts, and they kill it. And they do it. Shouldn't say that word. They do a very good job in the morning, and they sell higher start stuff. So appreciate you hanging out. We definitely need to make you a post-it note of words you can't say. Oh yeah, 100%. I'll still say them though. I haven't got a regulation warning, so this is good. Do you use Nifty AI for making eBay listings? Yeah, if you watch my recent YouTube video, I've been using Nifty's AI tool to create listings since I made the video that's on my Instagram, my pin post on my Instagram. Whenever that video was made, that's when I started using the AI tool with Nifty. And I've been doing it ever since. So it's probably been like 3 or 4 months. Every single listing I've done on eBay has been done with the AI tool. So watch that recent YouTube video. Go check it out. I should have posted it here, and I still might do that. I'll probably do that tomorrow after I get back with surfs, and then you guys can watch it here. I can just send it to you guys here. But yeah, watch that video. Appreciate all the likes too. We got 12K likes. Thank you guys so much. Is it better than Vendu? 100%. I promote both. I would rather solely use Nifty. The only thing I use for Vendu is cross-listing to whatnot. Everything else I do on Nifty, because Nifty, in my opinion, cross-lists better. They have a better sync tool than Vendu. All of this stuff is done through the cloud. So with Vendu, you don't get a delist unless you have your phone or your computer running. With Nifty, you don't have to worry about that. Everything is done through the cloud. So if you sell an item and you don't have your app running on your phone, it'll still pull down that listing for you. It shares your closet without you running the app. It sends out offers. It delist, relist to keep listings fresh. All of that's done without you needing a device running. The only edge that Vendu has is it has more platforms you can cross list to. So some people that's the straw that broke the camel's back, and you have to use Vendu because you have to list the Facebook marketplace. So I get it if that's your thing, but I like Nifty better. How long did it take you to master the shipping in 50? Wait, how long did it take you to master the shipping in 50 items in a Whatnot live? It didn't take too long. Whatnot shipping is actually very easy. The key is to make sure you stay when you're doing the live, you need to stay organized. And that's a hard thing to do because you're trying to sell, you're trying to talk to your chat, and you're trying to stay organized at the same time. That's why typically we use these number placards and we do everything as random pulls. So when the first item sells, we put a number 1 on it. Second item sells, we do a number 2 on it. And then when the shipments come in, I'm going to show this on TikTok, but I can't show it on Facebook because you guys are going to see the whole screen. And I can only show a portion of the screen because I don't want to show buyers' addresses. But like when orders come in, you're going to see a random pull number 80, 81, and 82. So all I need to find is 80, 81, and 82, and then I can pack that order. I'm not actually looking at numbers or the items. I'm looking at the numbers that the items have on them. So as long as you stay organized during the show, it's super easy to pack. Too bad they don't do QR codes for Whatnot. They don't use a QR code anyway. If you're waiting in line at the post office to get your stuff scanned in, get one of these. Get a thermal printer. Get one of those. They're cheap. You don't have to get a Dymo. You can get a normal thermal printer, like really cheap. They have them on TikTok Shop too. Jaden's is like a good one that TikTok Shop promotes. A lot of people on TikTok promote the Jaden's printer. You can get free labels from UPS if you create a UPS business account. You can use them on the Jaden's printer. It requires no ink. So if you have free labels and you need to use ink, all you have to do is pay for the printer. Yeah, thermal printers are the best thing. If you like, that's how I print out all my labels. They get printed on a sticky label, and I just stick them on the package and they're good to go. I have one at the PO, a thermal printer. Yeah, they have a thermal printer at the PO, but you got to wait in line. Just imagine how much time I save by putting my packages out my front door and I don't have to drive to the post office every day. The mailman comes to my house, picks up all my packages for me. I print the labels on my thermal printer. I save money on ink, and I save time because I don't have to wait in line at the post office. So just imagine Monday or Tuesday morning, you're probably going to be waiting in line. I don't know, maybe your post office doesn't have a lot of people in it. But on an average post office, a day after a holiday, you're probably going to be waiting in line for 30 minutes to get your labels printed out when you could have done it at home and had them pick up. Has anyone taken your packages outside your house? Never, ever, ever, never, never, ever. And people know around me that I sell, and nobody's ever taken my stuff. I have a Ring camera right in front of where I put my packages now. Well, we haven't set it up, but I'm going to have a Ring camera right above where I put my packages. So if anybody came to my front door, I'd get a notification on my phone that there's somebody at my front door. They wouldn't be able to get away quick enough for me to open the door and let the dog get them. So I don't worry about it. Well, most people don't bother your packages. So I tried it, but man, it's pricey. Yeah, Nifty is pricey. It's as pricey as Vendu is, and List Perfectly. It's basically the same cost for what you get, but it's well worth it. So you got to think of it as an employee that's doing all that extra work for you. That's how you got to think of Nifty. All right, chat. I appreciate you guys hanging out. That was fun. That was a long live. I'll probably do that more often where I ship orders after my Whatnot shows and just hang out with you guys. I won't be live tomorrow morning. Obviously, I don't ship on Saturday mornings. I'm going to be hanging out with Surfs actually tomorrow. And then I'm going to be live tomorrow night on Whatnot. So make sure you come over to Whatnot tomorrow night. We're going to be selling a bunch of really good stuff. And yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out, and I will catch you